Want to make sure. Hey everybody, good evening. Welcome to Old Guy's Kitchen. Another Saturday night and another requested meal. Tonight, navy bean soup. That was requested from Dawn. And a little bit of disclosure, none of the places that I went to had navy beans in specific. The closest I could find is Great Northerns, so they're almost the same in color and taste, just a little bit of texture difference. But that's how that's gonna roll. And blueberry coffee cake for dessert. Should be good. Yes. And what else? What else, Mrs. Old Guy? Oh, I'm gonna do I decided that since it's a soup, I'm gonna do a sandwich with it, and we'll just split a sandwich. So I made a small batch of some fry bread. This actually has a little yeast, and I'm going to make a beef, cheese, and onion sandwich, deep fried, to go with the soup. Right?
Yep.
Is that right?
So we got like 6 people in the house.
Wow. Okay. Let's.
Ronald?
Ronald, good evening.
Eli?
Eli. Good
John?
evening. Hi, John.
Miguel?
Miguel.
Emmanuel?
Emmanuel. Woohoo!
And Greg.
Greg. Well, wow. Hi, guys.
Good
Welcome,
morning
everybody.
From Australia in the future.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome from the past. All right. Well, it is hot as a Dickens out today, but of course it's a normal Saturday, or a normal day in the middle of summer, or in the heat of summer.
I meant to open that window and I forgot.
Oh, okay. I'm going to open a window.
Yeah, nothing though. It's hot.
All right, that'll help. It is getting to the point today where it will start to cool down. So, all right. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do is get the coffee cake made so that it has time to do its thing. And I decided. I'm glad y'all just voted on the coffee cake. I mean, I don't like the heat so much, but it's a dessert that will finish, even if it only has half an hour or something like that to cool down. It'll still be good, served nice and warm. So, okay. So I'm just gonna get going. Let's just get going. Got to get some brown sugar. Gonna make the strudel topping or streusel topping. So I'm gonna need some brown sugar. And where's my? Did I not pull out my measuring cups? Well, what do you know? I forgot something. That's new. What you had for your meal today, be it morning meal there over along in the future, or here in the past.
Greg says brown sugar. Sorry, a Rolling Stones fan.
Yeah, brown sugar. That was a good album. Sticky Fingers was a great album. Okay, anyway, so there's my brown sugar. I got just a little bit of flour to that. This is the streusel topping. I want to try not to get flour everywhere if I can help it. Wait a minute. I got to double check something. See how much I'm putting in here. Would not have been enough. All right. It pays to pay attention. Did I say that?
Greg says a great album, I have to admit.
You don't really have to admit, but if you feel you need to admit that, then that's fine.
And Eli said, you know it's hot when cacti start dying.
Yep.
You guys have been hot for a while,
Oh yeah,
for the whole month.
saw some a report on how the heat is killing the honeybees.
Yep.
That's terrible. Quarter teaspoon of salt.
Ronald says he went to Long John Silver's on Wednesday.
Wow, I haven't been to Long John Silver's yet. Woo! Now I'm going to stop and think for a minute. You know, I really think that the last time I went to a Long John Silver's was in the late 80s, like 88 or 89, somewhere in there. It's been a long time since I've been to it. How is it, by the way? It's been forever since I've been there. It was decent food then, as I would hope it would be now. Alright, so I need 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm just going to start mixing this in.
Eli said, yeah, July was record month. The whole month was 115 degrees.
That's pretty freaking hot. Probably not a lot to do outside if it's that
Oh,
hot.
sure. Greg says, moo, can hear something mooing.
Alright, so now I'm just going to kind of keep kneading this together until
Can hear a mooing.
it's all kind of just mixed together. No clumps of butter or anything. Strudel! We're going to have strudel.
Stanley Burroughs here.
Stanley!
Hello, everyone. Long John Silver special.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the hush puppies are pretty good. As a matter of fact, I can remember going in for side orders of the hush puppies. Alright, did I get my... That's pretty dang good right there. Alright. Let's get this off my hands. So, for those of you that have been here the last few weeks and heard me talking about this never-ending patio project, finally, after 4 weeks, a full month, it's done. There are a couple little things that are more cosmetic than anything that I'll do later, but the major construction and all that stuff, done. Yeah. Woohoo! So we're taking the weekend off. We're not going to start our next project until like Monday or Tuesday.
Yep.
Okay.
Eli says, I've been without my car this week, so I've been walking in the heat of the day.
Ooh.
So walking in the heat of the day is not fun.
No, I wouldn't think that it would be. Wow. That's not a good thing. All right, let me get this.
Greg told him, sweat it out, Eli. It's good for you. Tom's been sweating it out too out there on that porch.
Oh man, I tell you, we've had some 100-degree days ourselves. Not as hot as Arizona, obviously, but still some pretty warm days. So I need 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So I got a cup here that I'm just going to use. Let's see.
Greg says, and you too, Tom. I'm praying for you each.
Why are you praying for me?
You were sweating it out, I think.
Oh, man. It's okay. Like you said, it's good for you.
Eli told Greg that he had to walk with a gallon of water.
And
With
it's
his gallon of water.
yeah, I bet. I wouldn't. I wouldn't think you'd want to leave home out in that sun without something.
Yep. Greg told him, damn it, Eli, you will be buff.
You dry out halfway down the block. Guess I'll let. All right, you want to get this shit. Cream the sugar and butter for a minute. Blueberry streusel coffee cake. Should be good. Let's get some zest going here. Lemon zesty. Lemon zesty. Nope. I don't want to zest the little paper label though. No zesting of the paper. Okay, that looks.
Greg said, look out for spectral humans. Here come Eli. Eli said they just found a hiker yesterday that died from heat.
That's too bad. Well, I guess that's what that's just what happens. You get into a situation you're not prepared for. And sometimes not even that. Sometimes it's just,
Greg said, old guy in Colorado, watch out for that pit. Zesty.
Watch out for the pit.
Yes, zesty.
The pit. I'll watch out. I'm going to get that into the batter now. What's the matter with you? Get that in there. Crack an egg or two.
So is it an egg or two?
An egg or two. Two. 2 eggies. I'll let them do their thing for a minute. Yum yum. Alright, I think I'm done with that. Let me check. Looks like it. Alright, I can get rid of the brown sugar off the table. That's good. But that's where it goes. Brown sugar goes right there. Every time. That way I know where to find it. And the cinnamon goes right there. Okay. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Well, let's see what else do I need to add here. We'll get this flour ready. Pull out the old flour sifter. Old flour sifter is really the correct term on that. Let's see here. 2 whole cups of flour. So let's get 2 cups of flour.
Eli said that he's hiked Superstition Mountain in July before, but he takes as much water as he can carry, plus a camel pack, plus a tarp in case he needs emergency shade.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And hydrate before heading out.
If you know that's, you know, if you prepare yourself, you know, you're probably going to do okay. All right, couple teaspoons of the
Diddley says ham in a navy bean soup.
Oh yes. I just haven't pulled it out of the refrigerator yet. But it was definitely ham.
Greg asked you, has Unky Val changed his stream date?
He did for this week, and he does that on occasion. He'll be like maybe want to go film with Matt over at Reckless Eating. They film together quite frequently. Or there's, you know, some kind of event or something going on, and so he'll be streaming tomorrow at his regular time, and then probably be back next Saturday. I don't know. I don't know. That's just one of those things. All right. What else am I missing here? I got the sugar. I got the eggs. How about I put in the vanilla that it calls for?
Greg says old guy was up at 6 a.m. today, Saturday.
You were up at 6 a.m.?
Said you were. Old guy in Colorado was up at 6 a.m.
I was not. Wasn't too much later than that, but it wasn't 6.
Eli says, I'm glad Matt is bringing back the main show.
Is he? That's good. I haven't watched a lot of Matt's channel for a while. I've just been, you know, I'm subscribed to a whole bunch of channels, so can't watch them all. What am I doing here? Okay, all I got left is my flour.
Oh, Greg says, old guy in Colorado, no, I was up at 6 a.m. to watch Uncle Val.
Oh, okay. You were up to watch Uncle Val, and he wasn't there. Oh, that must have been a disappointment. All right, so I'm going to sift my flour and grab some milk. Put that back in its spot. Milk. Cow squeezins. Ain't that right, Eli? And we've got a half a cup of milk, I believe. Yep. So, whoa. So the intent here is to add a little flour, a little milk, a little flour, and see if I can avoid the normal flour explosion. Okay, a little bit of milk.
Greg says, yeah, it's okay. Good to hear that Uncle Val and Matt are doing great bits again.
Yeah, they probably are. That's just, I don't know that for sure, but you know, I would say it's a reasonable guess. You know, or he could be filming with Janice, so hard to say.
Greg says, moo, cow squeezers, moo. And Eli says, I squeezed a cow once, nothing came out. Greg says, reminds me of the Tom Green videos.
Tom Green. Haven't watched Tom Green forever. All right. Let's get the last bit of this milk in there. All right. And I'm going to add just a little bit more, just a touch. let's put this milk away. Don't need that. Last thing I got to add in, of course, is the blueberries. It wouldn't be blueberry coffee cake without it, now would it?
Greg says, look, Tom, go. You're just in restaurant mode. Go, go, go.
Go, 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 yeah. Alright. This cake's going to be in the oven before you know it.
Eli says, the last I heard of Tom Green, he was doing the van life thing with his dog in the desert.
Ah.
Greg says, old guy, you're a machine.
Oh, yeah. I'm a machine, alright. Old, broken, wore out, missing parts. Alright. Yeah, I saw something that was kind of interesting. 2 cups of blueberries, by the way. That Keanu Reeves, you know, the guy from The Matrix and John Wick and whatnot, has his own band, or is in a band. Dogstar, I believe is what it's called. Dogstar, 3-man band. I listened to one of their songs. It's actually pretty good. He doesn't sing, he plays the bass, but I just thought that was kind of interesting. Okay. So, let me get this over here.
And Greg told Eli he bought a massive property in Canada, living the life, and does vlogs and occasionally.
Who? Oh, Tom Green.
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's quite thick. And that's okay. So I'm just going to kind of spread this out.
Can be good.
Oh, yeah. Going to be delicious. Try and get reasonably level here.
Greg says, old guy, if somebody killed my dog, Moby the pug, I would go great quick.
I hear you. Yep. Yeah, I was pretty devastated when my other dog named Chumley died suddenly. It just, broke my heart.
Stanley Perot said, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yep, that's another good Keanu Reeves. God, that's been a while back. Okay, get that smeared out just a little bit more.
Eli said, Greg, he was doing IG Lives for a while, streaming from the Sprinter band that he converted writing songs.
Alright. Clean up my mess just a little bit here. You guys want to see? Where I cover it with strudel?
Greg says, my prayers to John.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I've seen him laying dead out in the front yard. Just did. Yeah. I'm pretty much done talking about it. So let's get this streusel topping on the top. Should give it a nice kind of crusty,
Doc's
crispy.
calling this old guy in chat. Hope everything's.
Who?
Hope you're all doing well. Scott.
Scott, good evening.
Stanley says, said Tom Green is a wonderful person, completely humble and loving soul.
Hang on. One more time, sorry.
Tom Green is a wonderful person, completely humble and loving soul. That's what Stanley said.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not, I don't, I'm not like super familiar with everything that Tom Green does or has did, but,
McGill says R.I.P. Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, Pee Wee. Ha ha! Let's see. That's something I forgot to check. Was my length of time on that? Well, I have the temperature correct. I'm going to check something here, folks, just real quick. I got to refer to some notes here I got. Let's see. Sorry, guys. It's only going to take me a second here. Hate to do it to you, but I'm sure it'll be okay in the long run. I hope. Let's see here. Okay. Saw what I needed to see. Have to make my notes.
Carol,
Let's see
too.
here. Hey, Carol. Neighbor down the street. Let's see, let's cancel that set. Let's go 43 minutes. Okay. That's done.
Eli says he's having egg, cheese, and hatch green chili croissant sandwich.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Yep.
Speaking of chili, I decided that this year I'm gonna have a local harvest festival down in town, down the road here. And they have a chili cook-off. Cook-off, chick competition, whatever. So I decided this time I'm going to go ahead and enter both categories, green and red, and let's see how I do.
Yep.
All right, got your basic carrot, celery, onion. I got a little red bell that I'm also going to throw in to the cast of characters in this soup. Got the beans here. They've been soaking a little while.
Jordan
Green.
Bowe is here.
Who?
Jordan Bowe.
Jordan.
Good evening, she said.
Good evening. I don't remember if you've been to Old Guy's Kitchen
Yes.
before. Okay. Well, welcome back. Have a seat, or if you want something out of the fridge, help yourself. Get yourself a beer or a soda or a cold bottle of water, whatever suits you. Just drain these. Try and get most of these beans drained out without emptying them everywhere. So, okay, there's the beans for the soup. Can you see that, Mrs. Old Guy?
Yep.
All right. So, there's that. I'm going to start with a couple of cups of chicken stock. And of course, a couple of cups of water too. And I'll be adding more as I go.
Scott told Greg that he hopes he's doing okay and things are okay. He hurt his back lifting his stock a few days ago, so he's been in bed. I hope to be better in a few more days. Sucks I can't go work or volunteer.
Dang, man. Better be careful when you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, it hurts when you get hurt. I ought to know it. I've hurt myself a bunch of times So I know it hurts when you hurt yourself. Mr. Eli, you have kind of hinted at the fact that you've maybe put a little time in the kitchen trenches. So I need to ask you what is the worst injury you've sustained from, you know, just from the fact that you were working in a kitchen. I get to ask a question this time. Alright, so I'm going to get this celery and onion stuff cut up and just tossed on in. I don't know about y'all, but when I make soup and I'm putting celery, I always like to add that leaf. I make sure that I get some. Like this time I didn't buy a whole big stalk of celery, didn't need it, but so boing. Yeah. Good stuff. Alright, let's get some veg cut. Celery wise. Alright. Next project we've got coming up is another 24, 34, almost 40 feet of roof line that I need to extend out about that far. Maybe a little bit more. And then hopefully that'll be the last of my spring's projects.
Yeah. Eli said his first kitchen, oh no, was when switched from an 8-inch knife to a 10-inch knife. Waste used in the balance and cut my finger pretty bad.
Yeah, I've had some pretty bad cuts, but as far as like, boy, I got two really good ones. One was from making pork green chili. I had, before I left the day before, I had cubed up 15 pounds of pork to put into the green chili. And the next morning, I got a couple of cups of oil, started in the big, like 64 quart stock pot, and when I put the pork in there, it was all nice little cubes. But the next morning, I just didn't think that it kind of compacted itself, and it all came out at once, and it splashed smoking hot oil up onto my right hand, and my fingers just literally melted. It was just hanging there. It was terrible. I hated that.
Eli said he still don't have a full healing in part of his fingertip.
Yep. Oh yeah, I bet. I got a nice little scar right here. Actually, it was just right there. This moron turned around like this with a chef knife and caught me as I was carrying a tray of stuff.
I had some put their palm over a meat slicer.
Ooh, yeah, that'll hurt you. Yeah, I've been cut on meat slicers as well. Just not, not super bad. I mean, a bleeder, but not like I needed stitches or anything.
Greg says, old guy, okay, what was that? You're doing mega renovations?
What's that? Who said that? Scott?
Greg.
Greg. Greg, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Renovations, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay, what was that? You're doing mega renovations? That's what he said.
yeah, I guess I'm not fully understanding.
And he says, old guy in Colorado, we can call you Tom now, Edward Sloppy Hands.
Well, you can call me Tom. That's fine. That is my name. All right.
Scott said cheese grater scare him or knives left in his soapy sink.
Yep.
Soapy water.
Same here. As a matter of fact, even here at the house, if there's a dirty sharp knife, it doesn't go into the sink.
No.
It doesn't go on the pile over on the countertop. It goes in back of the faucet on top of the sink. All the sharp knives, every one of them, including like the blade from the food processor or the blade from the bottom of the blender. Yeah, anything that'll cut me open.
Eli said, yeah, a knife in the sink is a no-no. That's correct.
Yeah.
Big time. Drake says, on the roof.
Oh yes. So what? So why am I doing it? Is that the question? Go back to that.
Okay, what was that? You're doing mega
Yes.
renovations.
So during the winter, and we get this, the snow, and it slides off the roof right down next to the house on the sidewalks that are there, and that's two problems really. One, that's a lot of unnecessary moisture up against an old house that really, doesn't need that, and it also, pretty much takes away the use of the sidewalk about half of the year because it's all covered with ice and snow. I mean, this last year, the snow didn't completely melt until, or the ice, I don't, let's see, February, March, April. It was in the later part of April, which is pretty late for it to melt.
Yep.
Here, but anyway, so for looks and for ease of accessibility when I want to get out of my house in the backyard or whatever, we can do it. So I put some of it up already. I put the 20, about 27 feet down one side of the house, and I've got a little bit more on the side of the house that I'm looking at right here, another 15 feet, and then this way down the front of the house about 22 feet or so.
Joshua's here.
Joshua, hey, good evening. I hope all is well.
So Jordan said, my worst kitchen injury was freshly brewed coffee pot breaking, and then the top came off and spilled down my leg when I was a server. I had third-degree burns on my foot and had to go to the ER.
Oh yeah, I bet that sucked. Now, the worst actual physical injury I had was, and I'm not going to go into the big long story, but after a major cleaning day after work hours, there was a big pile of the floor mats that they use, and I was stepping off of that and walking back into the kitchen area when I had all my weight on one foot and it slipped out, and I cracked 3 ribs back here. about that far from my spine, so they were like just like right there. And yeah, that was a new experience in pain. I'll never forget the first time I sneezed. It dropped me to my knees.
Greg said sorry, he was just picking up the porch and he thought that he heard the roof.
He was just picking up the porch and what?
He thought he heard you say the roof.
Ah.
Scott said he shoved his hand down a garbage disposal once. When I moved my hand over, I felt something. There was a knife handle down the disposal sticking straight up. They still scare me. I was so lucky.
Oh yeah, I don't like that too much. In fact, there was a movie. Now I'm trying to remember the name of it. I probably won't remember, but it was just about this guy that came home from war. And he's a big hero. He got a bunch of like gold coins. Oh, he had been in a POW camp, and so they awarded him this town or whatever, gave him a case full of gold dollars for every day that he was in captivity. It was a couple thousand or so. And anyway, these guys thought that they were gonna rob him, and he wasn't gonna say anything, and he didn't. They put his hand down a garbage disposal and turned it on, but he had just spent a few years in this POW camp getting tortured in all kinds of ways. So, they ended up killing his family and such, and he went on a rampage, killing dudes, getting revenge and such.
Greg says, old guy, you're a war veteran, you're bulletproof.
Oh, I'm not a war veteran. I'm definitely not bulletproof.
Ed, sir?
Hey, Ed. How you doing tonight? I hope you're doing good. Coffee cake, blueberry coffee cake is in the oven. I just added the vegetables to the navy bean soup. My little stir pack.
Greg says, old guy, Rambo.
Rambo. Yeah, Tom Rambo. All right. Well, it looks good. Soup looks good, and it smells really nice. Now, my proportion of vegetables to beans might be maybe a little out of balance, but I like a lot of veg, so that's just how I roll. Okay, well, it's got to cook for a few minutes.
This was requested by Don.
By Don, indeed. We'll see if he's able to make it. Sit here for a little while.
Eli said, did you know that Chuck Norris likes his meat so rare he only eats unicorns?
He only eats what?
Unicorns?
That's pretty rare, all right.
Really, Ed? Ed says he's in Redstone, Colorado. Internet is fun.
You're in Redstone.
It's not far from us.
You're not far from us. Like maybe 45 minutes over Kebler Pass. And really not much more than 45 minutes away. So, are you going to stop by, or are you just taunting your uncle? I'm over here.
Scott. Random Tom, I've been finding something for my dog to chew on. He didn't like toys, bully chew sticks, or pig ears. I bought him his first bone, and he is going to town on it.
If you're going to buy him bones, do not get. What I would do is go to your local butcher or something like that, and see if they've got just regular raw beef bone.
Some stores sell them too.
Some stores sell them, but some places will give them to you. So
Yeah.
just call around different meat processing plants and whatnot. If you have any local around you. And those rawhide chew toys, if you're ever going to listen to a small piece of advice from an old man, don't buy that crap for your dog. They can cause all kinds of problems. If they get the whole thing chewed up and wet and slimy, and they could swallow it, and it could definitely get stuck in their intestine. And it really just, if you're going to buy them pig ears and whatnot, that's cool. That's stuff they can chew up. But don't get those rawhides.
Disposable cinnamon, blueberry cupcake. That sounds delicious.
Hey, Arthur.
Greetings, Mr. Old Guy.
Greetings, Mr. Arthur. We've got some delicious navy bean soup on the stove. Yep, coffee cake rolling for another 20 minutes in the oven. I also made some fry bread dough, a little yeast in it this time, and gonna make a fry bread, roast beef, and onion and cheese.
Yep.
Yeah, fry bread sandwich to go with our soup. I thought about making a ham sandwich, but I thought, well, we've already got ham in the soup, and I'd rather have a beef sandwich than a chicken sandwich or a turkey sandwich,
Yep.
at least in this situation.
Eli says, Greg, what is the proper way to eat Vegemite? And he says, just don't, LOL. And he says, but I like, Greg, but I like salt, LOL. I miss the burger series.
Man.
Scott says, good to know about the rawhide. He's chewing on a real bone.
Okay. Yep. Real bones, not cooked. That's what you want. Cooked bones of any kind. Nope, nope, nope.
Greg says, Eli, drink a bottle of vodka, then scratch out the kitchen for some muffins, lather with butter, and happy Vegemite.
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all. I'm not fond of Vegemite. I've tried it. Tried taking a little taste out of the jar and some on bread, and I could see where maybe you could add that to something else, like in a sauce or something, but to make a sandwich with that stuff, no.
Ed says that he's at the Avalanche Ranch doing the hot springs. Not sure if I can make it up to you, but maybe.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just giving you a hard time, but just so you know, the next time if you come up this way, we're really, literally right on the highway here.
Yep, just over the hill from where you are.
Yep. So you have a good idea where we're at anyway.
Greg told Eli you'll have the worst hangover. Scott said cooked bones are bad. I always heard because the bone can break into shards and mess them up bad.
Right, yeah, the bone, that's exactly what happens. The bone will break into shards. Especially the worst out of, I'm sure you've heard, is chicken bones. Now, I'm not suggesting that you do, but raw chicken bones aren't going to do that. I know people that will, that have their dogs on just a raw food diet. And they'll throw a duck head in there with, some other stuff. And it's not a problem. If they're not cooked, they're okay. They can chew them down. But
Drake says Vegemite is drunk horrible.
yeah, it's I didn't like it, but like I said, I could see where maybe it could be used in as part of something else, not the major component by any means. Yuck.
Eli says, Greg, no, I might have to make some Vegemite infused vodka for posterity.
Ooh.
I hope I don't reverse the Earth's polarity.
Yeah.
And Greg said, Marmite is awesome.
Yeah, Marmite isn't any better.
And then Greg says, Stoner Kitchen, great, Scott. You're reversing the time continuum.
Now wait a minute. See, we better not screw around, because Greg's in the future, and we're in the past. And if we start doing this Vegemite thing, we really might end up screwing up the poles might reverse, or time may just completely stop. That wouldn't be good. So let's not and say that we did. 18 minutes till coffee cake.
Greg says, old guy damn straight. Eli, calm down, please.
Jeez. Boy, we're getting vicious out there tonight. Well, so what's coming up next week, Mrs. Old Guy?
Food?
Food. What was it? Let us see here.
Firecracker shrimp.
Firecracker shrimp and
Mac and cheese.
mac and cheese. And I believe that was John King.
It was.
Or King John.
You
And
could do your thing, draw another name while you're sitting there doing nothing.
well, I'm sitting here doing nothing. Yes, dear. If you say so, dear. All right.
Greg said, or Eli says, Greg, don't step on any butterflies, LOL. And Greg says, but maybe, just maybe we should. And Greg says to Eli, Homer Simpson, brr. You're an absolute legend, Eli.
All right. Let's get this opened up. I'll just grab this one. Okay. Something that I've never made. I'm not particularly fond of it. Hot and sour soup. Travis. So I might make a backup meal just in case. Nah, I'm sure I'll figure out something that Mrs. Old Guy and I would like. Gotta give this soup a few more minutes, and then I'll think about adding the ham to it. And I just bought a ham steak. Definitely not worth buying a whole ham, and I'm not gonna buy one of those canned hams. Just buy a slice of ham. That's okay. Of course, your own homemade ham is going to be best, but obviously not particularly well set up to have a place to brine and cure and smoke ham. So it just is what it is. Ugh. So regular ham steak, hot and sour soup next week or week after next. Firecracker shrimp. What kind of firecrackers should I use, guys? Black Cats, Ladyfingers, M80s. I know Greg probably wouldn't understand those. I don't know, maybe Black Cat fireworks, little firecrackers. You know, they're made in Japan. They're probably sold everywhere. M80s, maybe not so much. Of course, they don't make them anymore. M80s were a firecracker that was basically a quarter stick of dynamite. And it's, well, actually, that's exactly what they were. It was a quarter stick of dynamite.
Greg says, sorry guys, it's the old guy in Colorado, Greg Wells Stoner Kitchen show. I'm sorry, Tom. We just having way too much fun here. And he says, I blame Stoner Kitchen, it's all his fault.
Well, there's no need to blame, you know. We're all here to have fun and have a good time, so.
Greg says, oh, I know firecrackers.
Okay. Well, yeah. M80s used to be
He knows, Stoner says the Red Green Tom show.
oh, the Red Green Show.
Red Green
Red Green Tom.
Scott says, I know Black Cat fireworks.
Yeah.
I remember M8s back in the day. They were no joke.
Yep. I can remember doing all kinds of inappropriate things with M80s. Like, there was this amusement park. And they had it was called Lakeside Amusement Park. And so naturally there was a lake right there. Pretty good sized. And in fact, they even had a boat ride that you could go on. And so there were lots of carp in that lake, and people would stand on the dock of this ride and toss popcorn to these carp. I mean, some of them were, you know, like that, big, ugly carp. And me and some kid that I just started chumming around with at the amusement park decided that it would be fun to go blow some up. And I had a pocket full of M80s, and we got a small bag of popcorn and, you know, kind of got down and in between the railings. You know, we'd drop a few kernels of popcorn, and when they'd come up, I'd light an M80 and drop it down there, and one would come up, whoop, grab hold of it. They'd swim off, and you'd watch them explode, kind of a little flash of light. And, you know, well, yeah, it wasn't. I'm not proud of it, but I probably blew up 3 or 4 of them before the park security grabbed me and this other kid by the back of our shirts and escorted us to the park offices and made me empty my pockets out of the rest of the M80s that I had, and you know, called our parents and you're out of this park for the summer, and you know, and they made me go outside and wait for my dad, but they didn't tell him that I was 86th for the summer, so I was back the next weekend, no problem. I didn't blow up any more fish, but
Craig says, wow, LOL, fish soup.
you know, yeah, not really, just fish guts.
And he says some of those big carps are worth millions.
The guy was actually pretty pissed off because I guess doing that, jacks up the other fish. I don't know.
Mr. Gold Panning Dutchy Jacko is here.
Wow.
Good night from Amsterdam.
From Amsterdam. Wow. Wow. Well, welcome to Old Guy's Kitchen. It's Saturday night, at least here. Sunday there? Sunday early morning? I don't know. Welcome. I cook food that people request on my live streams, and tonight is no different. I've got coffee cake in the oven and navy bean soup in the pot. And welcome to Old Guy's Kitchen. What brings you here? How did you find my channel? I'm very curious to know. I got a few folks that like to watch from other parts of the world, so I'd like to know. What do we got?
See,
Hey.
that's how life should be. Imagine you did that nowadays.
Did what?
The fish thing.
Oh. Yeah, it'd be a great big problem. Yeah.
Sunday morning indeed, he says. Goldpenny, Mr. Goldpenny.
Sunday morning. Well, hello from the past. What's it like there in the future? We got Mr. Greg Wales here. He's from Australia, and he's in the future too. I think he's in the farther future than you are from me. I think. Is that how that works?
John requested lemon meringue pie.
Lemon meringue pie. So that will go on the list for desserts to vote on for next weekend. And I don't mind lemon meringue pie. No. I do not. I like a good lemon meringue.
Mr. Goldpenny says hello from the past. And he says, I don't know, probably from a different live stream.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're here. And, it's pretty laid back. If you want to grab yourself a chair, you can sit up here at the table. Got beer, soda, water in the fridge. Help yourself to whatever you like. I don't have mixed drinks, sorry. But, if you want a beer, that's cool. Dinner will be ready shortly. Cake's coming out of the oven in another 7 minutes. I better look at it. Oh my gosh.
Eli wants to know if the burger series will be back.
Burger series? No, it's that series is done. There will be a follow-up episode. Yeah, that'll be it. I'm hoping to start a new series for food trucks that are in the area, and there are a lot. So I'm considering that, but man, food trucks are kind of expensive. So we'll see how I feel about doing that series.
John says, how about chicken meatloaf for dinner next weekend?
Chicken meatloaf? No. No, sorry. I don't make loaves from birds. Turkey, chicken. No, I've never ever bought ground turkey or chicken. It's just not a texture that I like. Ground poultry, just no thanks. So yeah, I'm actually gonna say no to that one.
Greg says, old guy, food trucks for the win.
Food trucks for the win. We'll see. We will see. The only problem with food trucks is there's not going to be like a winner, so to speak. Because all the food trucks are going to be different. They're going to serve different foods. from, you know, everything from Thai food to tacos. So, you know, it wouldn't be fair, I don't think, to pick one out of all of them because their food, you know, because it's all going to be different. So, I imagine some will probably rise to the top as far as the quality of food and maybe the volume for the price or something, but that's about as far as I think I'm going to be able to push that. And that's if I do the series. I'm not sure yet.
John said, or homemade goulash and cornbread. But it wouldn't be next weekend. It would have to go into the pot with all the other.
Yeah, well, I think he's saying because I said if the hots, I should have an alternate food,
Oh, okay.
you
Yes.
know. But yeah, that's, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll consider it.
Eli said, food truck series, trucking with Tom.
Trucking with Tom.
Craig says, old guy, it's rare here in Aussie, but the last one I went to was just awesome.
Food trucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, food trucks are a lot better than, you know, 15, 20 years ago or whatever. You go to a food truck and they've got one side that's got some hot burritos, you know, that are kept in a warm case, you know, already wrapped and to go, and they got cold sandwiches and some cold drinks
Yep.
and some chips and candy bars, and that was pretty much your food truck. Then, you know, things started changing. At least around here, you know, I imagine there were other kinds of food trucks, you know, other places, but around, at least in Colorado, you really didn't see anything other than that.
Mr. Goldpenning says, I love cooking. Did 8 years of culinary school, worked 20 years in the kitchen. Well, unfortunately, I became sick and I'm not able to work anymore.
Well, you know, that sounds very similar to me. I did not go to a culinary school. I did an apprenticeship training with a chef. But yeah, I spent many years working in kitchens and got sick, and that put the end to that. So, but I still like to do it. I still like to cook. I still like to. Like here in my small little town of maybe 100 people, are almost constantly doing some kind of food event for the community. Just recently we did a pancake breakfast, so and I told myself, that's it, I'm not doing it anymore, I'm tired of it. And then yesterday I talked to my friend, hey, how about if we do a spaghetti dinner? So I guess once it's in your blood, it's in your blood. You know.
Carol said, what happened to the Smoke Ed pizza truck?
To the
Smoke Ed pizza truck?
Smoke
I've heard
Ed?
of Hungry Bird pizza.
Yeah,
but not-
Hungry Bird Pizza, yeah. I don't know about any other food truck, Carol. The only food trucks that I've eaten in this area is the Hungry Bird and 1-2 Thai, which is a Thai food truck. Yummy food.
Eli said the best pizza here in the valley is some guy who has a mobile gas pizza oven cart on a cart.
Okay.
He only makes a certain amount of dough for the day, and only way to know where he is when he posts his location on Instagram.
Okay, that's kind of cool. The pizza truck they got here, it's also a wood-fired pizza oven. And this guy's, you know, nice little trailer there. And yeah, he's usually 2 days a week or 3 days a week in town. Yeah, it does a really good business. In fact, I did a little pizza review of the area's pizza places, and they won his pizza won hands down. All right, coffee cake. Oh, would you look at that? Look at that, folks, huh? Doesn't that look beautiful before I burn myself? Golden brown. That is going to be some delicious cake. Okay, I'm going to be back in a second, guys. I want to put this outside where it's only about 99.
Carol, the Hungry Bird Pizza guys went on vacation for like 3 weeks. They should be back here
Middle of it.
pretty soon.
Yeah.
Said he hasn't been there for weeks, so he's talking about pizza.
Yeah. Yep, he's on vacation. Oh, looking good.
It says, old guy, well, after you're punching a desk like that, I call a spaghetti bog.
Spaghetti bog? What the heck is a spaghetti bog? Is that like a spaghetti dinner?
He says 9-1 and then 1. You're welcome, Carol.
All right.
Hungry Bird's the best pizza.
It is. Around here,
Yep.
you. Yeah. The best pizza, Hungry Bird. After that, Louis, barely.
Yeah, we weren't happy with the last one.
No. And then there's a Black Cat pizza. And I didn't like that one very much at all. Big greasy pizza with burnt crust.
Mr. Goldpenny says, have a great day, everyone. I'm going back to bed for a bit.
Well, thank you for stopping in and visiting with
Great
me on my
meeting
live
you.
stream. Please come again, okay? All right. There's some of that ham. Trim out some of the fat here.
Eli says the best leftover for making a spaghetti sandwich using garlic bread, especially for the munchies.
Ah, a spaghetti sandwich.
Mr. Goldpenny says he will.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you coming in, taking the time out of your morning. Not the best ham in the world, but it'll work. Cut it up into some decent sized pieces. Try not to put just fat in there. That's probably going to be enough. Don't want to overload it. Give it a little stir. All right, let's add a little seasoning.
Dom's here. Hi, turning in a bit late. Hope everyone is well.
Hey, Don. Your bean soup is cooking, buddy. It's almost. In fact, we're pretty close to being done. Had to go with. Unfortunately, had to go with Great Northerns because I couldn't find Navy anywhere around here. Really weird. But fortunately, you know as well as I do, they're both almost identical in flavor. So
John wants to know if he can be invisible.
John, can you be invisible? Well, you are to me right now. So does that count? Does that count that you're currently invisible to me?
Eli wants to make some kraut balls.
Kraut balls. I made some Reuben balls not too long ago. They were really good. There is.
Arnold says, where did you find beans that were in the Navy? Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha!
Arnold said that.
I didn't know he said that. Being a real wise guy, huh? Alright.
Greg says, I'm in Australia, I guess.
Well, got a little crushed black pepper here. Let's get that added in.
Don said, yeah, pretty much the same.
So, Don, just so you know, I got carrot, celery, onion, and a little red bell pepper in here. I just added some ham, salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic salt. Don't need those peppers. Just a little bit of garlic.
Arnold said, howdy, family.
Arnold, did your brother call you?
He's the one that said, where did you find beans that were in the Navy?
Well, I know. That's why I'm like, you know, you guys are both here. How about that? That's awesome.
Don says, sounds delicious.
All right. Well, it's looking good. I'm going to give it, I guess I'm going to give it a taste and see if these beans are anywhere near close, so I can get my sandwich ready.
Eli wants to know, have you made the stuffing fritters yet?
Stuffing fritters? No, I have not. No.
Greg said, sorry you guys, lost in translation. The Aussie, it's the spaghetti box. Spaghetti's bolognese.
Oh, bolognese?
I feel like Bill Murray lost in translation.
No, that's all right. To me, I mean, and it's just me, but to me, spaghetti bolognese is just a fancy word for saying spaghetti with ground meat tomato sauce. I mean, that's, if I'm going to have meat in my spaghetti, in my sauce, I would much rather have like sausage or sausage meatballs or regular meatballs. Ground meat, I never have been a fan of it. Now, I know it sounds weird. I'll eat it just fine in goulash, which doesn't make a lot of sense because it's basically the same thing, just a different shaped pasta.
Yeah. Arnold said yesterday he did.
He did what?
Ed called him yesterday.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad he did. You guys got to keep in touch with each other.
Greg says Aussie is spaghetti bog.
I came over here for something, Mrs. Old Guy.
Beef?
Yeah, but I don't know where it got put. Any clues?
No.
I'll be a minute, guys. Oh, there it is.
Don says, Tom, you should get an Instant Pot. They are really good. You can do so many things with it. They are a real fine saver.
Yeah, I've heard about the Instapots. You know, I got a lot of stuff like that, but it's more just a matter of I'm not even sure how to say it. How often would I use it compared to the price? You know, like I bought this air fryer thing, and we weren't using it too much at first, but now that we've had it for a little while, we're starting to use it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, Instapot. I mean, I don't know.
Eli said, your stuffing / dressing is perfect. Shape them into patties of whatever
or ball.
flavor you want.
And deep
Dust
fry
them
'em?
with flour, and then when out of the oil, finish them with celery.
I would probably, for me personally, I would probably finish them with freshly cracked black pepper and some salt. But that's just me.
Spaghetti bog. B-O-G, that's what I said.
Spaghetti bog, yes. Instead of bolognese.
Don says that he uses this almost every day.
The one kitchen tool that I use probably most frequently is my mixer.
Yep. Arnold told Greg, I'm using the spaghetti bog.
That almost sounds like something you need to see a doctor for. Yeah, Doc, I got a bad case of spaghetti bog here.
Greg told him things from donuts.
All right. Little cheese. Guess I'll retrieve this onion. And cut a little bit of onion slice to put in that sandwich. The beans are getting there. They're tender. They're just not quite cooked all the way yet. So that's a good thing.
Eli, the spaghetti bog, new band name.
The spaghetti bog! I just can't see that.
Don said KitchenAids are wonderful, best appliance I own.
Yes, yes, yes.
Greg says old guy tastes better and doesn't bog you up.
All right. Just a few, like, very thinly sliced pieces of this onion. Not a whole lot. That'll work. Get back in there. Throw this in the fridge for now. All right. Use some of this dough to make it dough. Make a sandwich pocket here. Let's try about half. Should be good.
Yeah.
Well, at least I hope it's good. Smells good. All right, let's pin this down. My poplar pins. Oh, that looks good. Let's try it with that. Yummy.
Craig says, damn, Tom is getting out the wood.
I'm gonna get it. making sure that a little late, but just making sure the fryer was up to temperature. I've done that before. The fabulous, fantastic Fabaware fryer has a little green light that comes on when the temperature is up to the degree that you have the knob turned. And unfortunately, it turns on. If you have it turned down all the way, that green light's going to come on, and it won't melt your oil, and won't get it hot, whatever. All right.
Eli requested jambalaya.
Jambalaya. Wow. I don't believe it. I got this roast beef from the deli. I'm gonna have to cut it up, so I'll be able to eat it. She sliced it with the grain. Go ahead, Eli. Tell everybody at home why slicing meat with the grain is a bad idea.
Greg says Moby can hear the cast. He's been for his walk and had his breaky. Head is resting on my left foot.
Aw.
Begging for some food. Pups are unsatisfied.
Aw.
Unsatisfied.
All right. A little bit of mustard on there. All right.
So that person at the deli that cut our meat, I've never seen her there before. She must be new.
Yep. She must be.
Eli says never with the grain, meat chewing gum.
Yep. So I just hope that this doesn't turn out like I think it might. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Get that out of my way. I'm going to give this soup another taste and see how close it is. This sandwich is only going to take 2 or 3 minutes to fry up, so I want to make sure that everything is going to be done.
Don says I still have to email you my recipe for Cincinnati chili, but I have to figure out how to reduce my recipe for 2 people because my recipe makes a gallon.
Yeah, I understand that. You know what? Just send it to me. I'll work it out. No problem. Send me your gallon recipe. Just do it. Do it right now.
Eli wants to know how cousin Cletus is doing these days.
As far as I know, he's okay. Cletus is weird. He'll get these wild ideas and just take off. And nobody knows where he goes. You don't see him for months at a time. Then he comes back and has all these stupid things to say. So, I don't know. We'll see. He said something about wanting to go to the big city. Whatever that is.
So she's back. Has the food came out yet?
Not yet. That.
Only the dessert.
Yep, dessert's the only thing that's out. The soup needs another few minutes. The beans are still not quite done. I got my beef sandwich here. ready to go into the fryer. And I'm gonna complain, I think, to the grocery store.
Don says, okay, you got him.
Awesome.
Send in the recipe.
Perfect. That'll work.
Greg says, I watched your Slurpee vid. It was great. Six old man runs.
6 out of 10 Old Main grunts.
Greg told Scott, not a legend. Not yet legend.
Oh, that reminds me. I suppose if I can see it. Oh, the basket. Yes, I'm gonna pull out the basket. Just the bean. Pretty close. Maybe another 5 minutes. Has a nice flavor, though, the broth.
Don says, I love Cousin Cletus.
Thank you. I'll let him know. Cousin Cletus is... like I said, he's on his own weird little planet.
Greg likes him too. He says, yeah, true.
What's that?
Greg likes Cousin Cletus also.
Well, like I said, the last I heard, he was mumbling something about wanting to see the big city, but I don't know what that means. So, like, I'm gonna have to wait and see when he comes back from wherever the hell he went.
Greg asked when he was coming back. But he didn't say that.
Yep, don't know for sure. Cletus tends to come around more in the winter months. I don't know where it is he goes during the summer, but I guess he likes it here. In it when he's weird. He'll come back when it's cold and leave when it gets hot. So I know he don't like go to Alaska or anything. But hell, I don't know.
Eli says, I would love to hear what Cousin Cletus would have to say about the weather here. LOL. And then
Yeah.
Greg, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Greg says, he's in jail?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he is. I don't think he's in jail. I haven't got a call from anybody or anything, and if he was in jail, I'd know it, because Cletus ain't the one to, ain't one to sit around for something like that. He'd be hollering.
And he does like doing weather forecasts.
He does. He ain't no good at it, but he likes doing it. All right. I'm going to fry up this sandwich. That's big. Can you see that?
It's huge.
Beautiful.
Don says, I loved his snow reports in the winter.
Yeah. Cletus was pretty good at that. He let you know how much snow you got. With that or whatever. He's good at that. All right. A little more. Get that cranked up. Let's see what I can use to flip this over because it's almost as big as the basket it's in. It looks like a big golden brown pillow. You'll see.
I'm sure I will.
Oh, I'm sure you will too.
Greg says, blah.
Whoa. All right. Arnold, are you still there? When are you coming up? See, your brother, he made it within about, what? Redstone's what, maybe 45 miles from here, something like that? Still couldn't manage to make it over that last hill.
Greg says, Tom is referring to Mini-Me Greg. Wow. Oh, wow. It did get moved.
Did. Let that drain for a second. Shut that off. This old guy, I think it's food time.
Yay. You see, Arnold comes up here too to Carbondale, which is an hour away, and he don't make it over the hill either. Greg says, Mini-Me Tom.
Here's that sandwich.
That looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
Hold it down some.
Fried bread, roast beef, onion, and cheese. Yum, yum. All right.
Arnold says, I'm here.
All right. When are you gonna? You're there. When are you gonna be here? That's the question.
Oh, it's huge. Greg says, pinky finger to mouth.
That's, I don't know how well we can see inside there. Probably not very well. But there's your sandwich.
Thank you.
Yep. I'll get you some soup, I guess, if you want some.
Thank you.
Is that a yes?
Yes, please.
I have to
Greg
get this
says,
over here.
$1 million.
Can you see the soup, I hope?
Pretty well.
Okay.
Kind of.
Dawn, can you see that? Navy bean. Lots of veg, some ham in there. Yum. Alright, here you go, Mrs. O'Gay. You're welcome. An eating implement.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Throw that sandwich up there. Give myself a little scoop of this here soup.
Scott said my dog ate half of the foot-long bone I gave him. Now he is sleeping. His jaw has to be hurting now.
Yeah, he's just a pup. His jaw's just gonna get stronger. Alright, let's try this soup here. Try to get a little bit of veg, some ham. Here we go. Really hot. Gotta give it a sec. Well, Mrs. Old Guy,
Yum.
is it okay?
Yeah, it's really good. Arnold said, tell me when the fishing is best. Not anymore. When I got into the accident in the Goodwin Canyon, my job put me on medical leave. I'm still pretty messed up.
Well,
When did you wreck?
so the canyon. So, well, the fishing is good now. So we're gonna. All right, that bite was pretty good.
Tom says, yep, looks delicious. Greg said those bear dogs don't get saw Jones, they get chainsaws. Chainsaw Jones.
All right, yeah, that soup is really good. The broth has got a really nice flavor. The beans are just cooked enough.
Yep. Try the sandwich. No.
Yep, bite of the cheesy sandwich here. Yeah.
Arnold says, looks scrumptious. Scott said he needed something good to chew on. I'm glad I finally found something he likes. I was getting tired of him chewing on me. And he said, Scott told Greg, Quagmire from Family Guy Jaw.
Quagmire, yeah. Do you need a beverage, or you got one?
I know. Scott says, I love soup, but it's too hot for soup.
Well, I kind of thought that too, not too long ago. I don't know. I forget what meal I made. I then made some chili, and that's when I decided, hey, we eat hot meals all the time. I mean, I don't eat a cold plate of spaghetti. I don't eat a cold hamburger. I don't eat, cold pizza. It's all hot food. Some food lends itself better to cold weather, but I don't know. I guess soup's good any old time, and especially now because I just drew this soup, and I drew another one for in a couple weeks. So.
So Arnold said April 25th. Okay, I'm going to see what I can do.
April.
Don said, thank you for making this.
Well, thank you for requesting it. The variety of items that I get from you guys that view me, it really kind of breaks that same old thing for dinner routine. And that's one of the reasons why I really look forward to these Saturday night dinners. I don't remember last time I had navy bean soup.
It's been a long time.
Or white bean, whatever.
The sandwich turned out really good.
It did. Yeah, the dough cooked through very nicely. That's a good meal.
Greg says that he never got the stickers.
Well, Greg, let me double check what I have for your address. I may have done something wrong. So, do me a favor and just resend me your address, and I'll compare it to what I have. Well, no, that's silly. Of course, you're going to send me your correct address. My guess is it was a mistake on my part. I probably got some numbers wrong or something. So,
Don said his grandmother always said if you eat hot soup in the summer, it makes you cool.
if you eat hot soup in the summer, it makes you cool. Like cool as in physically cool, or that's cool. I'm so cool.
Greg says it's all good. And Don says it's not expensive to make.
What's not expensive to make?
Soup.
No, it's not. Yeah, I would imagine that in the Depression, that soups and stews were pretty commonplace, with not a lot of meat or anything. Some vegetables, you know. If you're lucky, you might have a ham bone.
Eli says that looks good. And then Scott says his stoner kitchen, Eli.
Yes, he is.
And Arnold says, well, family, my supper is ready. I don't eat cold food either. Have a great week.
You too, Arnold.
Thanks for stopping in.
Love you, nephew. Take care of yourself, okay? Same thing with you, Eddie. Love you too, nephew. Take care of yourself. I'm glad to hear you're out having some fun.
Blake says maybe we can send something to you.
That would be cool. I better be something pretty light. I found out what it costs to try and send you 3 frickin' bottles of root beer. Holy crap.
Gil wants to know, do you like beef livers?
Beef liver? Yeah. I like it okay. I mean, it's not something that I eat all the time, but I like it okay.
John said, yeah, physically cool. She was Hungarian.
Huh. Well, I don't know. I'm putting that to the test right now. I don't feel any cooler.
Drake told you not to sweat it.
Uh-huh. Well, it shouldn't take anything to throw two or three stickers in an envelope and get them to you. So I'm sure it was just I missed something when I sent it to you, so I'll correct that. That's good soup. Sorry, guys. I'm hungry. Had something for lunch today I haven't had for a good long time. Chili dogs. 2 of them. Woohoo!
Ray says, nah. He goes, nah, don't worry, Tom. It's all good.
No. Don't tell me not to worry. Don't you tell me what to do.
Don says, because it makes you sweat.
It makes you sweat is what makes you cool.
Yep.
Right. Because you sweat, then you feel the breeze. It's like, oh, I'm cooling down.
Eli said, if anybody is a fan of pickles, Dave's Famous makes really good devil's spit pickle chips.
We got a
They
jar
are
in the
on
refrigerator.
sweeter side, but the spice is really good.
We got a jar in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of Mrs. Old Guy's favorite pickles. She likes the hot ones, and then the devil's spit. They're also really good. Yep. Like some Famous Dave's. You need something?
No. You're getting full. They eat a bit much, but
Oh, I didn't give you a bit much. I gave you just enough. It's a good thing I had that lady slice it really thin.
yeah. Take the rest of the pack and show 'em.
All right. That was darn good.
Eli says I have 2 jars in the fridge. One with habaneros in it for when I'm filling with extra spicy.
Dang.
Scott says I love pickles, but they have to be cold. Does anyone like room temperature pickles?
I don't really. I've eaten fried pickles a few times. And they're okay, but really only for me, just a few bites and then I grow tired of them. Regular pickles, yeah, should be cold. Well, that was really good.
It was.
Darn good.
I'm not a big fan of bean soup. That was really good.
Yeah, she's not. She was like, "Meh." And I thought, well, okay, I'll make this sandwich just in case you don't like it. And she ate the entire bowl.
I did. It was good. And almost a whole sandwich.
So I am. And if I can have somebody enjoy something that they don't normally like, yep, I can go for that. I'll have you go grab the cake.
Suppose
If-
I could do that.
Well, that would be awful nice of you. Still pretty hot on the bottom.
It is.
Kind of figured.
Should have maybe put it in the research.
Well, I thought I might, but let's see. Yeah, it's still pretty hot.
I wonder if we should have had it sitting up off the counter. Maybe that would have helped.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, here. I guess, guys, I'm gonna wait for a few more. I'll hang out a little bit. I want this cake to cool down before I cut it. At least a little bit more.
Ouch! I could have put it in this one right here, Tom.
Too late. Okay.
Scott said beets are in it. Beets were in it. Not sure what he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Donor Kid Eli said, I'm probably one of the least picky eaters out there. I'm always on the lookout for something to try that I might not like. LOL.
I don't have to look for it. A lot of times I can just tell you. I'm not gonna like that.
Don said, did you get new tattoos?
Me? No. Nope. No, no, I haven't got any additional tattoos since I was, I don't know, 23 or 24. That was about the end of my tattoo getting days.
Rach says, let's go dessert.
Yes, I want some dessert too, but I've got to give it just a few more minutes. The
Yep.
bottom is still really hot.
Scott said, can you put the cake in the fridge for a bit? I do that.
Yep, I just stuck it in the freezer. I didn't want to put it in the freezer fresh out of the oven at 350s, but or 375.
Eli says, I'm always up for extra screen time.
Oh, well, thank you.
John says, I'm glad she liked it.
Yeah, me too. Me too, because that means I'll have somebody to help me eat what's left. When I do things like this, I try to do enough for our dinner and lunch the next day if it's something that, is good that way. And soup is definitely one of those. So.
Scott said, in the soup, I thought you said beets were in it and Mrs. Old Guy didn't like them.
No, she just doesn't like bean soup. Like navy bean or ham and beans or things like that. She's just not a fan. But,
Eli says, me and Val have the same appetite for new and weird things.
yeah, I'm not nearly as adventurous. I'm pretty set in my ways. Now there are things that I will try for the first time, but I draw the line, at like silkworm pupae and bugs, like Val and those jars of flavored crickets. Janice was really nice and sent me a jar of the lasagna, the garlic, and the jalapeno. And no, it wasn't garlic. It was cotton candy,
Yes.
jalapeno, and lasagna. And I can say, for me, without any reasonable doubt whatsoever, that none of them tasted anything like they said they were going to. They all tasted like a dry, crunchy bug. I didn't like it at all. No dry, crunchy bugs for this guy.
Scott said, oh, not right out of the oven. You have to give it time before putting it in the freezer.
Yeah, you got to.
And then Don says it's always better the next day.
Soup, stew, lasagna, things like that, spaghetti sauce.
Eli said dried and fried grasshoppers taste like potato chips.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Potato chips taste like potato chips. Dried, fried grasshoppers taste like dried, fried grasshoppers. Got it. I'm just
Ick.
not gonna believe that. They have. I don't know how many people have had say, "Here, try this. It tastes like chicken." Never, ever, ever have I ever tried anything that wasn't chicken and had somebody tell me that it tasted like chicken. Never has it tasted like chicken. Chicken. Now that tastes like chicken. Frog legs don't taste like chicken.
Scott said how much to eat live cockroaches. L.A. Beast almost lost it when he did it.
Well, yeah, no thanks. I mean, I've got You know, L.A. Beast. I mean, he's he's. They don't call him the Beast for nothing. You know, I've seen some of the things that he's done, and yeah, no, that's you know, that's just not my game. Not something I'm gonna do on a regular basis ever. Come on, cake. I want some dessert. And I know you guys want to see. It sure puffed raised very nicely.
Looks good.
Oh, it does. It looks really
It's not
good.
really good.
It does. It did. And I want to give it just like maybe another 5 minutes in there. Just, you know, the top part is cooled down. And it was that bottom part that was still really hot. So if I can just cool it down enough to where it doesn't peel in half or break in half when I try to pull it out of the pan, you know, because the bottom is still so hot. That's the only thing about messing with a hot cake.
You know? Eli said, I've seen someone eat teriyaki injected giant roach. Ick.
No thanks. Nope, 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 nope. If they can make a bug taste like a hamburger, good for them. I'm not going to try it.
Don says if it tastes like chicken, then eat chicken.
Right, right. If you want to eat something that tastes like chicken, eat a chicken.
Scott said, funny story about eating bugs. My puppy caught a fly in the air. I told him gross and opened his mouth so that he wouldn't swallow it. The fly flew out of his mouth. I was like, how did you do that?
Well, they're sky raisins. They're not going to hurt him. A little bit of protein. My dogs eat them. Yeah. Ants crawling on my dog's foot. He'll get pissed off. He'll growl at them. Sometimes he chases them down, you know, sniffing them. One time I think he sniffed one up. He was kind of. They'll eat bugs. They don't care. You know, I mean, think about it. They'll lick their butt. Yeah. Eating bugs is not a problem for them. You know, they drink water out of the toilet, okay? Maybe not. All right. Am I being wrong there, Mrs. Old Guy? Is that wrong with me?
Scott said, laugh my ass off, sky raisins.
That's right.
I said, well, one of his favorite things lately has been mini bagel sliders with fried salami, cheese, and sliced hot links.
Sounds okay. I'd eat that. I'd eat that.
Scott said, I got a really funny video of my dog playing with a big moth on the ground.
Yeah, I can remember my other Chumley. You know how dog will pick up a stick when you're on a walk and want to, you know, take it home. He brought home a branch,
Big moth.
pretty good size branch. I let him do it. You know, I figured, well, if he can, you know, if he's strong enough to muscle that thing home, I'll let him have it. It's pretty funny, you know, watching him drag his stick.
Yep.
You drop it, pick it up again,
You got it home.
rebalance it. Yep, he got it home. Yep, just waiting on this cake. Oh, I think I'm going to go check it. It's been about 8 minutes. Ghost Rider. You just in time for dessert. Pull up the table. I'll fix you a plate. Yes, I will. We got blueberry coffee cake. Right here and right now. How big of a piece do you want?
Not real good. Scott said his neck must have been super strong. My old lab's favorite thing to do was to pick up my 25-pound dumbbells and walk around with them. Then he would drop them, it would shoot. He would drop, when he dropped them, it shoot the room.
That's going to be too much. So I'll bust it down here. Let me get another light on this one. Blueberry coffee cake. Where's that? Yummy strudel on top of it, or streusel? Right, there you go. Turn this light off. Here is your fork. Blueberry coffee cake dessert, guys.
Eli says, I love coffee cake. I already don't drink coffee.
That's the beautiful thing. You don't have to drink coffee in order to eat coffee cake. There's no coffee in it.
Ghost Rider said cake looks delicious.
Oh wow.
Scott says Ace Ventura voice, yummy.
That turned out really nice. Cake's cooked thoroughly. It's got a nice crumb. It's not overly sweet. And I got a nice background flavor of that lemon zest. Oh man. And this is good coffee cake right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a winner. Heck yeah. That is so good.
Ghost Rider says, love the shirt, Mr. Old Guy.
Oh, thank you. My Professor Plum tie-dye t-shirt. Cake and milk. You want a little bit, Mr. Old Guy?
Okay.
This is just amazing.
Eli says, winner, winner, bean soup dinner.
Oh man. Bean soup dinner with some sandwich and just delicious coffee cake. Wow. It's been a really good dinner. All right. Yeah. More eating than talking. So good. So next week, firecracker shrimp and mac and cheese. So we'll be definitely rolling that one out. And we'll see how I decide to interpret firecracker shrimp.
Ghost Rider says, what country has the best food in your guys' opinion? He likes Mexico.
Boy, you know, I can't really give you a fair answer on that. I've tried a lot of food from a lot of different countries. And I've always found things that I absolutely love from every one. So to pick one as my favorite above all others, I can't do it. I can't do it because, I mean, there's foods that I love from each one of them. You know, like German food, I absolutely love Jägerschnitzel. I just love Jägerschnitzel. You know, Mexican or Italian food, you know, of course, spaghetti. I love pasta. You know, Mexican food. I tried not too long ago the Barea taco.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good it made my face melted off. So there's something I like about, you know, about all of them. So, you know, like I
Eli
can't.
says Italy, China, Japan, Mexico, and India comes to mind.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, and I hope I don't offend anybody, but there's only one there's a country that I can think of that well, no, I guess I was going to say Canada. You know, I really can't think of any, like, real famous Canadian food that I like. I mean, poutine, but that's just pretty much gravy and cheese, you know, with potatoes. So I know it's French fries and all, but, you know, so I guess, you know, I don't have a lot to say about Canadian food, but that wasn't the question. It was what was my favorite. So I'm telling you, that is one tasty coffee cake. Wow.
It is. That was really good.
Well, as much fun as I have doing this, I do need to call it quits at some point. But I'd like to give you guys a last minute to make any comments or ask any questions. If you have another dinner suggestion or dessert suggestion, this is a great time to do it. Or, you know, I'm running a little over, and that's okay. I don't mind. But you know, I do need to carry on, and so on and so forth. So,
Eli says, have a good weekend, all.
well, thank you, Eli. You have a good weekend as well. Be safe. Try to stay cool. I know
Yeah.
it's pretty hot where you're at. So, and as far as everybody else, we got any more?
Ghost Rider says, have you done Boston cream cake?
I have not. Go ahead and write it down. That's one of my favorite desserts as well. Boston cream cake. Also like chocolatey eclairs, and that's why my belly blew up. I like that stuff too much. That is now part of the official dessert request list. And what happens with those is I'll put that, pose it as a question on the community page as to what dessert I should make for that next weekend. So be sure and vote for your favorite desserts. And
John requested, I have a recipe for you to try Filipino chicken and pork adobo.
Filipino. Okay, John, if you have if you have a specific recipe you'd like me to try, you've got my email address. We've corresponded a little bit. So send me your recipe, okay? And I'll take a look at it. And when the time comes, pull it out of the basket. Well, then we'll go from there.
Scott said, take care, Tom and old guy and Chuck. Fun
Yep.
stream as always.
Well, thank you very much. And as always, I'm going to ask you guys to please get out in your community, give back somehow, some way. I mean, really, even if it's just helping out a neighbor mow a lawn or just, wash a car, just something, okay? Give back a little time to your community. I'll see you next Saturday. Y'all take care. Bye now.